Morning! It is today, I guess. We're back at the disco. We've made it worse. It's jumping out of gears. It's not finding gears. There's multiple new rattles that developed. We forgot to put the clutch adjuster bolt back. The root of our problems is a little ball bearing that lives just underneath the top cover of the gearbox. There's a little cast aluminium plate that lives on top of the gearbox, bolts on there. And once you open that cover, you reveal the selector and all that stuff, and there's a little ball bearing that maintains pressure and sort of keeps everything a bit more together. And we had about 4 hours of sleep, all four of us. Sam, Phoebe, and the van are going ahead. They're visiting charities, doing the important thing.
It's hot.
And we have to mission on the Lynx to get this thing back on the road, and we'll probably meet them somewhere, or either at PE or somewhere in between here and there. So the culprit lives right there. You can't see it on camera, but I can see it with my eyes. Worst comes to worst, we take a grind and notch this to win a little bit of room. I'm not sure if we unbolt this there, unbolt this, take the battery out, we might be able to access it quite freely. We'll see when we get there, but for now just letting the Lynx cool down, because it's a bit toasty at the moment.
Fucking, I would have cried.
Ball bearing is in. We just need to fashion a gasket for the plate now. We'll fix the one we just ripped. Then we can put the plate back on. And then the ball bearing is in. Dom put the clutch adjusting nuts back as well. We're making forwards progress. We removed the checker plate on here, hoping that this would give way to give us more access. It's just more fiberglass fun. Dom's over there fighting with the lights. Nelson's over here repairing the sellotape. I'm recording right now, about to do something more productive. And we'll check back with you when the decorating is finished or something interesting happens. Quick update before we hit the road. Slay is slaying. We have got as many lights as possible on this thing. The inverter is whirring away happily. Bit worried about that. Wait. Let me just get the last one. Yeah. As you can see, Lynx is running. We are now heading down to Klabeja, formerly known as Port Elizabeth, where we will stay the night. We're about 3 hours away, so it's a long shift in the Lynx today, but I'm game for it. After we got the ball bearing back, the shifter is back to normal. Apparently it isn't quite as good as it used to be, but I'm not having any trouble with it. So we had some modicum of success. It's no longer leaking as much gear oil as it used to. In fact, I didn't even see it leak at all. So that is a huge load off the mine. I will say the biggest bummer for all of this, we now know that we basically have the weakest gearbox in this thing that we could have had. I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but that is not a noise this thing should be making. It's not a noise I want to be hearing. We've still got about 2 hours left of driving. We're about 50 k's outside Port Alfred. bit hot, that's why we pulled over. So Dom's narrowed it down. The starter has come loose and the flywheel has been chowing away at it, or it has been chowing away at the flywheel, whichever one. At least we broke down, well, not broke down yet, stopped in a rather pretty place, and here are some horses. So the noise that I thought was the pilot bearing was the bendix of the starter and the flywheel having a fight. When have you ever seen that? Well, luckily in the fight, aluminium versus hardened steel wins, so the flywheel, which is the expensive part's okay. But yikes. So we're going out, we're taking the starter out. Taking it out. Okay, see ya, bye!
Tomorrow.
I found our problem and I've never dealt with it in my life.
Yeah?
Come to.
So we torqued all of these.
Yeah?
Want to know why there's fucking weird noises?
Loose spark plugs.
Oh,
Yeah.
and this one's sheared.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's why everything's running weirdly and it's probably going at the top end.
That's very new.
Never seen that happen in my life.
We've got spark plug sockets in the Kennedy box.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do you want to grab it out?
Good morning. It is tomorrow. We ended yesterday, on the video at least, on a low note. Then my camera died, otherwise I would have gotten us driving into PE. This tripod is very broken. I would have gotten us driving into PE because I've only been to PE twice now. First time I only drove through, second time I'll only be driving through again. But PE certainly has one of the most pleasant and picturesque drives into a city of any city in South Africa. My PE experience is driving into it saying, "Whoa, that's pretty. Ooh, look at the ships," and that's about it. And this morning we are starting off with one of the most macabre issues I have ever seen on a vehicle.
It's been running 3.5 cylinders for like 600 kilometers.
So the old school trick is what they did is they took
Sam.
the original spark
Well,
plug
yeah,
for the
right.
motor, took it to an engineering shop, mill it down, and tap and die the threads from the original spark plugs and use those as
They've
inserts.
they've inserted it. I can see they've inserted it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Seems like we found ourselves in the same boat as we were last morning. Sam, Phoebe, and the guys. Well, everyone except for me, Nelson, Dominic, are gonna go ahead to the orphanages, do the gift giving, do the charity stuff, and then we're gonna stay behind, fix the car because we now need plug leads and starter, and possibly like one or two other things.
Light switch.
And a light switch because this one decided to not be a light switch anymore. And anyways, I forgot to tell you last night, yesterday they delivered 203 presents to orphanages and children's homes. That's 203 presents, 203 smiles. Cool. Sit rep. Dom fixed the headlights. We still got to do a vacuum line, but we'll do that later. We're gonna have to make do without a starter, at least for now. We found one after a great deal of some very productive phone calls, well, very unproductive ones, and then one very, very super productive one. Some very nice people, but it was outside our repair budget right now, so we didn't do that. We're gonna push start it from now on. Anyways, spark plugs are snugged, new spark plug wire is on. Let's get going because we're already very late for checkout.
Go. Game. Clutch in and rev it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Why has it stopped clattering?
Because shit just
Kill it. What?
Ah, snap the belt.
Water pump. So when the starter fell out, it ripped out the wires to going to.
Mark, I see the issue. This
What?
is interesting.
Yeah.
It sheared the bolts on the water pump. Check the.
Oh, that's dead.
Pulley's broken. Front ends. Fuck Nelly.
Sorry. Trying so hard, man.
Hat off. It's
Oh,
dead.
shit, sorry.
The inverter still works, guys. We're calling it. I just went and fetched the Hilux. We're gonna put the A-frame on the Lynx, have lunch, go to Neisner, hopefully be in Neisner for long enough to enjoy Neisner. I've not been there in over a decade, which for me is a lot. I'm hoping to enjoy it. The Lynx won't. It's sort of back together enough to tow it now. Frankly, you can go, nah, I should have gotten a Toyota, nah, you should have gotten a Golf, nah, you should have gotten something reliable, something more normal, something less obscure, something that's not a Ford. Well, not all Fords. Just, you can say that you should have planned everything better, should have spent months prepping, building, examining the car, testing, tuning, etc., 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 but that's not always possible. And when it comes to the car choice, what else looks like a Santa sleigh? And even though I was the first guy to hop on the "no, you should have bought a Toyota" train, but I've come to enjoy this Lynx. It's a shit box. It's really not a good car. It's put together with hopes and dreams, and it's not great, but driving it is fun. It's a fun, good car. And the way it lit up the faces on the kids, the faces on the people we were driving past, the amount of people wanting to sit in it, putting their kids in it to take photos, posing for photos, you would not have gotten that with anything else that didn't look like this. So a huge thank you to everyone that helped us along the way, everybody that stopped for photos, everyone that cheered us on, everybody that helped us keep this thing alive for as long as we did. But it seems Gqeberha was its last stand. This is a bit steep to push, Dom.
Yeah, I realised I turned it a bit too soon. Just push it back and roll it that way some more.
Yeah. Forwards, eh?
Okay.
Nelson! Woo! There's a Kawasaki here. I don't know which one it is because it doesn't have stickers on it. Nelson! 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 Where is... Oi!
What?
Holy crap, this place is huge. Look at that view! Nelson! Sorry, seems we managed without you.
That's alright.
So the Hilux is bare and naked, just like the BYD now. We were concerned about the tree, and doing about $1.20, the light bar decided to be a light bar int.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I want to wear them so bad.
The question is, do I want him on my right foot on my left foot. Oz and Diana. That one probably is actually worth quite a bit of money, I'd assume.
Is that Diana?
Actually, no.
That's Camilla.
That's Camilla. That's Camilla.
We made it to Neisner. The Lynx didn't make it, but it is here. Apparently we have a thing tomorrow. We might resurrect the Lynx, not sure yet. No. We made it to Neisner. It's been very eventful up to here. It's absolutely gorgeous here in Neisner. One of my favorite places in the country. I'm gonna call the video at this. It's been a long one. So let me know what you want to see more of. Let me know what you want to see less of. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, tell your friends to watch all the way through, please. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers.